Welcome back, Tamers, to another deck profile video. In today's video, we are showing off Invisimon from EX11's Dawn of Liberator. It's recently got itself some new support, which does all sorts of crazy goods. And this is a profile that has been provided by one of our local players named Daniel, so credit where it is due. It all goes to him, so thank you very much for letting me show it on your behalf. And as always, let's dive straight on in with our Digi-Eggs. So in relation to Digi-Eggs then, it's nice and simple. It's just 4 copies of PeriTune from BT20. The Your Turn inherited effect is that when this Digimon checks face-up security cards, it gains jamming for the turn. Now, experienced players, you're obviously going to understand what jamming means. So for new players, effectively when a battle between this Digimon and a Digimon in security is conducted, jamming protects your Digimon from deletion if it would lose the battle. So there are 3 sets of rookies in this deck. Now the first set is this one, Hagurumon from BT15. The on-play effect is revealing the top 3 cards of your deck. You add 1 machine or cyborg trait Digimon card among them, as well as 1 black Tamer card, and then you bottom deck everything else. The inherited effect is nice and simple, it's just reboot. Now with the 3 sets of Digimon that you have in this particular deck, ideally this is the one you just want to play outright. But this next card, ideally you want him raising, but then I could also say the same again for the 3rd set of rookies you're going to see in a second. So Espimon BT20 is our 2nd set of rookies. In this case, Your Turn effect, when this Digimon would Digivolve into a machine or cyborg trait Digimon card, you can reduce its Digivolution cost by 1. The inherited effect is an all turns effect of this Digimon getting plus 1000 DP. So that's always nice. As for the last set of rookies, however, we are running 4 copies of Espimon from EX11. Now, it comes with the new when moving effect, but also on play. Now, you flip your opponent's top face down security card face up, but if the effect didn't flip, then you draw 1 card and gain 1 memory. Now, its inherited effect is also jamming, mainly because it's a blue color card as well, which is primarily where jamming's from, but this is a very, very good rookie for this deck. Moving on to our champion level Digimon then, so 3 copies of Blimpmon from BT24. The on-play when Digivolving reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Among them, add 1 machine, cyborg or TS trait Digimon card or Tamer card to your hand, or place it as any one of your machine, cyborg or TS trait Digimon bottom Digivolution cards. Return the rest to either the top or the bottom of the deck, and then the inherited effect for this card is reboot. And then moving on to our next set of champion level Digimon, then we've got Hover Espimon from BT20. Ultimately, when Digivolving, you flip your opponent's top face down security card face up, and then the end of attack, once per turn, you draw 1 card. The inherited effect for this card is all turns this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP. Now, alternatively, instead of Digivolving over black or blue Digimon cards, it can also Digivolve over cyborgs and machines, for a lesser cost of just 2. And then lastly, for our champions, we've got Hover Espimon from EX11. Now, the when Digivolving effect for this card is if you have 1 or fewer Tamers, you may play 1 Altea from your hand without paying the cost. And instead of gaining reboot for its inherited effect or any DP boosts, this card particularly gains jamming. Now again, it can be Digivolved for a random cost of 3 over black and blue Digimon cards. However, you can also reduce that cost by 1 if you're Digivolving over cyborgs or machine trait level 3s. Next up, we have a full playset of Master Blimpmon from BT24. Comes with blocker and armor purge, end of attack, end of opponent's turn. Once per turn, you may play 1 play cost 5 or lower card with the machine, cyborg, or TS trait from the Digimon's Digivolution cards without paying the cost. Its inherited effect is a Your Turn effect. This Digimon attack target can't change, and it also can be played using assembly with the relevant sources. Oblivimon. So, on play when Digivolving, flip your opponent's top face down security card face up, and then de-Digivolve one of their Digimon. Then if it's your turn, this Digimon may Digivolve into Invisimon without paying the cost. Now, the Your Turn effect is that when any of your Digimon check face-up security cards, you may place this Digimon's top stack card face-up as the bottom security card. The inherited effect is Your Turn, this Digimon's attack targets can't change, and the end of opponent's turn security effect, you simply play the card without paying the cost. Invisimon, full play set for our Mega Level Digimon. So on play, when Digivolving D, Digivolve 2, one of your opponent's Digimon, and then flip your opponent's top face down security card face up, and then delete one of their Digimon with one or fewer Digivolution cards. Now your turn, when your Digimon check face up security cards, you may place this card's top stack card face up as the bottom security card. End of opponent's turn effect, security wise, you play it again. Next up is a full play set of Invisimon from EX11. Now the on play and when Digivolving in this case is flip your opponent's top face down security card face up and then return one of their lowest play cost Digimon back to the bottom of the deck. Now this Digimon also gains security attack +1 until your turn ends. Your turn effect, when any of your Digimon check face up security cards, you may place this Digimon's top stack card face up as the bottom security card. And again, similarly, the end of opponent's turn effect, security wise, you play it without paying the cost. And then next up we have our Tamers. So Altea from BT20 we're running 3 of. It's the memory setter for the deck. Start of your main phase effect by placing one play cost 4 or lower black Digimon card with a cyborg or machine trait from your hand or trash as any of your cyborg or machine trait Digimon's bottom Digivolution cards. Flip your opponent's top face down security card face up. As with all Tamers, the security effect is simply to play this card without paying the cost. And then next up for the Tamers, we've got another version of Altea from EX11. So the start of your main phase effect, if your opponent has a Digimon, gain 1 memory. On play, if you effectively flip your opponent's top face down security card face up. And then your turn effect is that when any of your cyborg or machine trait Digimon cards attack by suspending this Tamer, that Digimon may Digivolve into a cyborg or machine trait Digimon card in hand. For each of your opponent's face up security cards, you reduce the cost of that Digivolution by 1. Again, security-wise, you play the card without paying the cost. So next up, we have 2 copies of DG Dimension from BT11. Now the main effect is, Digivolve 1, 3 of your opponent's Digimon, and then delete 3 of your opponent's Digimon with play costs of 6 or less. The security effect is simply activating the main effect, and then additionally, if you want to play this with a reduced cost, all you need is a black Tamer in play, and you can reduce that cost by 1. It's a really good 2 of defensive option-wise for this deck. However, for the last set of options, it's just 4 copies of Defense Training, which the main effect, you reveal the top 2 cards of the deck and you add any 1 black card among them to your hand, bottom deck everything else. And then the second main effect is Delay, is that one of your Digimon may Digivolve into a black Digimon card in your hand for its Digivolution cost. Then if it would Digivolve using this effect, you simply reduce that cost by 2. The security effect for this card is simply placing this card in the battle area. Right then Tamers, so the 50 card deck profile should now be on the screen. As always, I encourage you all to use what you see on the screen here as some form of guide or a template when building your own versions of the deck. As always, you know, you're not going to play exactly all of the same cards. There may be cards you want to swap out in order to encourage your own play styles. The deck itself is really, really cool. You know, being able to manipulate security, flipping cards face up, spamming out Digimon cards without paying a cost and so on. It's pretty cool and crazy. So credit where it's due. Daniel, thank you very much for letting me showcase this on your behalf. And I certainly hope that your deck helps out newer players and experienced players out there. If you guys like the video, hit that little like button on the video now. If you want to see more content, naturally subscribe to the channel. Alternatively, you don't have to. Just, you know, check out what you want, really. Leave a comment below if you have any thoughts, and I'll see you all in the next one.